What's up, guys? Valor Fishing Network here again to bring you some fishing footage. Hopefully something that's productive, to say the least. Hopefully we catch something. I know we've been catching nothing but dinks the last 2 videos, but hoping to change that today. But today I'm really excited because I'm going out with my buddy Ken. We're going out in his boat. We're gonna hit up West Point Lake, and he's gonna try to guide me and spot me on some big fish, okay? So another reason why I'm so excited to go out with my buddy Ken is because he started a nonprofit organization called Veterans Fishing Organization, okay? What this organization does is it provides therapy to veterans, active duty, or any military member that has served, is serving, so on and so forth. And he gives them just a session of therapy by connecting them to nature. I don't want to speak for his mission statement or what he does too much, probably because I'll just mess it up and not describe it correctly in any way, shape, or form. So I'll have him here in a little bit talk about what his organization does and how he helps people and all of that good stuff. But again, I'm pretty excited. We're gonna get out here. Weather's kind of iffy. We got a lot of overcast. It's been raining a lot lately, but it's been a lot warmer this week. A little bit colder today, not necessarily cold, but a little cooler today than it has been in the last couple days. So hopefully we can get something going, get something productive, try to pattern some of these fish, and hopefully land a big one today. So we'll see what happens. I guess we'll see you out on the water here in a minute. See ya. All right, guys, so we made it to West Point Lake. We're here with Mr. Ken Bearden, the head of Veterans Fishing Organization. There's his truck. It's wrapped up. It's got all his social media, all his outlets, everything that you can reach him, contact him, however you want to do. But there's the man, the myth, the legend. And Ken, say something about the Veterans Fishing Organization, because I know it's helped me in the past, and I know it's helped a ton of people that I've seen. So what do you have to say about it?
Well, I try to do between 80 and 100 veterans per year.
Per year?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And so it's a full-time thing, taking the veterans out, trying to raise money, and going and networking with other veteran organizations, whether they're homeless or building tiny homes for homeless, all sorts of things like that. It's a full-time thing. It keeps me running all over the place, answering emails, phone calls.
So how many people help you with this, though? Like, how many people does it take to run this organization?
It's really hard to get help.
Yeah?
Everybody that I talk to who runs a nonprofit, they struggle with the same problems. Their board gets all excited, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and they end up doing nothing. And so I figured out nobody's ever going to work as hard at this as I am.
As the people who care about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've put in as little effort as possible, or not as possible, but compared to the effort you've put in, I've probably put in, obviously, way less, because you've been doing this for, what, 6 years? For this one organization?
This will be 6 years.
And how long have we known each other? Maybe going on 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've probably shouted to the top of my lungs to everyone I know who fishes about this, and that's exhausting just for me. You know what I mean? So I can imagine what you're going through.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster ride. I mean, it's very emotional. You know, when you go in a store to ask for a sponsorship or help, you know, like we put on big events where we have groups of veterans come and volunteers come, and we get food donated and prizes and everything. But we also ask for businesses to sponsor the event and get them some advertisement and let them know that they support our veterans. And so when you go into a store, you don't know what type of atmosphere you're walking into. I've been hugged, I've been kissed, I've been thanked, I have been cussed out, I have been thrown out, just everything you can imagine. You know, these people, you know, where I was thrown out, I'm pretty sure the husband and the wife, it was a family-owned business, and I think they were in the middle of a fight. And the husband was going to take it out on me.
Oh, so they didn't disagree with your organization's mission statement. They were just like, not the time.
I never even got to say anything, you know. He just started raising Cain on me, you know.
You should probably go back there, see if it happens again.
Yeah. So, but anyway, after I talked to a few people in town, I said, our brother was like, yeah, that dude, he's he's messed up. Don't worry, just let that go, you know. But it's hard to let that go, you know, because you got to go into another business, and you don't know what you're going to face when you go in there. So
Yep, fear of the unknown. I know that.
yeah, so it's a much emotional roller coaster, and then but when you take a veteran out and he's been through 3 rounds of chemo, round of radiation, and he's had all these issues from Agent Orange or being blown up or shot or whatever it is, it makes it all worth it. You know, there's a lot of times I've wanted to walk away from this, but I couldn't do it. There's just so many guys that this is their only outlet to be able to get out. They're either too injured or too old or suffering from the Agent Orange, and they count on it, and so it's hard to just walk away from that. So I've stuck it out, even through the coronavirus and everything. I've stuck it all out, went months without getting paid.
Which, from what I've seen, because I mean we've been talking about it pretty frequently, and from what I've seen, that COVID has been like the biggest challenge because everyone's completely shut down, and it's like the hard no, just specifically because everybody's shut down.
Yeah, in reality, this was supposed to be our best year for grants, because they want to see that you've been at it, you made it through the hard years. The first 3 years would be your hardest years, and that you're raising money and you're having success. And so we've got all 3 of those in the past few years, and so this was supposed to be, because you apply and apply and apply, eventually they'll look up what you're doing and they'll see your success and what you're doing, and they'll give you a grant. We're talking $500 to $2,500, $3,500 grants. We're not talking about big grants. But this was supposed to be our best year for getting all those type of grants, and then nobody does the grants because of COVID, because everything shuts down. And so we've struggled this whole time. Even the year that I thought, hey, this is going to be it. This is going to be our breakthrough year, and we end up struggling through it too.
But here we are, still hard at the grind.
Right.
So, but what are we going to do today?
We're going to fish here on West Point Lake. It borders Alabama and Georgia. If you're on the south end, you can have Alabama or Georgia license. If you go above the 109 bridge, you have to have Georgia license.
Now, what's the reputation of this lake? Because everything I've heard about West Point Lake is it's one of the hardest lakes in Georgia. Can you confirm that?
It is a different lake. I have been very fortunate here. I've won the Georgia State Championship, and there was 325 boats in it. And it was drawn down to the winter pool. So fish kind of small. Won the West Point Lake Fisherman of the Year. Won the Walmart Distribution, the March of Dimes, pretty much all the bigger tournaments I've won.
So you could toot your horn here. Are you saying that you're probably best suited to fish West Point Lake, given the conditions we're in today?
Yeah, I don't like these conditions because we had storms and rains the last 2 days. And these fish really don't like it when the water's rising. They tend to blow out and suspend. It needs to be falling. The water needs to be falling, or it needs to be stable for a pretty good while. Rising water tends to spook these fish really bad. That's always been my biggest challenge is when the water is rising.
Well, I know I've been out on this lake with you before, and the water's been high, and I think that was actually the day you caught that nice 6-pounder on that, what we'll call the unnamed lure that we don't talk about.
Yeah,
but
got a few of those.
But you ready to hit the water?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. You got anything last words to say before we get on the boat?
Now, just check us out at vfohome.org. Facebook page, Veterans Fishing Organization. Instagram, Veterans Fishing Organization. Like us, follow us, help us get the word out. And if you know any companies, businesses that can help going, I appreciate it, but more than me, the veterans appreciate it. So thank y'all so much for listening.
All right, we'll see ya. All right, so how many largemouth bass have we caught so far, Kim?
We caught one.
One, right? And it's probably about what, 1.5 pounds, 2.5 pounds at most.
Yeah.
So we're not having a good time fishing for largemouth. So we're gonna go try to catch some stripers, get that on film, and then go what? Back to hunting some largemouth, some spotted bass or something.
Yeah, we may do some. You know, the lake's rising right now.
Yeah.
And we had a bunch of rain last two nights.
He says it's rising, but look how low it is because it's winter.
These fish are real spooky when the water's rising. So the bass are. And, you know, I talk to a lot of guys. I've been guiding for 20 years out here, so people are calling me all the time. A guy called me day before yesterday. Didn't catch a fish. Fished about 6 or 7 hours. I came out yesterday and caught one in about 4 hours. So I knew it was going to be tough anyway. And I told him this morning, you know, our best bet is to go catch some stripers and enjoy the day. And eventually the lake will settle down and get back to not rising, but just
it's equilibrium.
Yeah. And
pretty sad. What?
It all makes a circle. They're not going to not bite forever.
All right. So what are our chances of getting a striper?
I would say probably 75%.
Okay, let's go. There we go. Is he foul hooked? Yep, sure did. Oh man. Yeah. A lot stronger than those other hybrids we've been catching. All right. See you, buddy. Should I let it sink to the bottom and then work it back? Here we go. Yep. Little tiny one. Oh, there you go. See you, buddy. Well, you want to call it a day in the face of that crap right there? Yeah, that looks nasty. Alright guys, so there you have it. Day of fishing with Ken Bearden and the Veterans Fishing Organization here on West Point Lake. One of the hardest lakes in the U.S. to fish. But we still caught some fish. Wasn't exactly what we were looking for, but we were still able to make it happen. Ken, you got anything to say? Where'd he go? Alright, what's your website?
It's KenBeardenFishing.com.
And then what organization?
Now, the Veterans is VFOhome.org.
And they got you on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah, we're on Instagram's Veterans Fishing Organization, Facebook's Veterans Fishing Organization, TikTok's Veterans Fishing ORG. And then you can see me, KenBeardenFishing.com, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Awesome. Well, there you have it. Day on West Point Lake with Ken Bearden and the Veterans Fishing Organization. We'll see you later, guys.